Hello everyone and happy Wednesday. We're back with some more Factorio, right where we left off here. We just finished the top part, the starting piece of our bus, and we were manufacturing ammo if I remember correctly. We've already made 450. I could have let this run a little bit longer off camera, I guess, but no, we are good. Let me actually offload some of our yellow. Well, you know what? On second thought, I'll take this red ammo, but the yellow will not go to waste. We have a very active northern wall. We want to make sure that they have all the ammo that they need, so we'll revisit that for a moment. Right up here, let's check on what they have. Are they still full? They're not currently full. Was that control left click? Yeah. You know, they're not missing very much though. We had a chest up here that we were dropping everything off in. This may be the last time we really need to drop off all these yellow though. And honestly, we could keep this going for a bit if we did something fancy. We don't have room in our inventory for me to tear them all down because of the ammo, I think. But let me actually... You know, I think we're good. Let me actually take them down for a moment. And we'll try to be clever here. Oh, hey, we already have biters. You know, you try to do something nice. We need to leave at least one up. Okay, that top... Oh, that's not at all what I wanted to do. We wanted to repair those. Did we end up with... We ended up with damaged walls in our inventory. Okay. This is silly, but let's go ahead and repair these. Repair the gate, repair this wall, and this one. I actually wanted our guns to be up a little higher. Watch, as soon as I tear these down, we're gonna get some more biters. Okay. So this one right here is fine, and then one down. Let's go ahead and give it some ammo so that it's not left defenseless momentarily. But I'm thinking that we place this one space away, 2 spaces away, 1 space away, and can we go one up? We can't. Let's place this one then down one. And let's actually go... These can aim pretty far. So if we kind of space these out like this... Here's what I'm thinking. We'll use some of our arms. We will need power for this. The occasional red. Let's go ahead and place that down here. One, 2, 3. Back down 4, 1 over 5. A red, which we could put on either side, but it'll kind of block the gate a little bit, but we can run past it. And then feed to you, and that's 2, so feed up to you. Then, not the long distance ones, here we go. That'll power all of those, so close. That'll power those. And then we'll still need one over here, so I'll just go ahead and place that on the farther away point. In fact, we need one over here anyway to connect those. And then we'll use our long distance poles to get just a couple of these in. Where's our power? It's way over here. I was hoping we could get there with just one, but it seems like it's barely out of reach. Okay, so now we have all of our arms feeding the ammo into the guns. Oh, no, we want to do the opposite. So there we go. Now all of our excess we can store here, but we shouldn't have much more. And then we'll just have to keep an eye on it. Or I bet by the time we actually come up here to do something about this northern wall, they'll still have ammo. Fingers crossed on that. I hope we don't get attacked that often. But so we just got plastics, which in order to synthesize this, we have to get into chemicals, which I think is going to be our next bet for today. Let's go ahead and get ready, though, for advanced electronics. And let's take a look here. Pump jacks, oil refineries. I would like to follow a guide on this as well, because I find that a lot of times when I get into oil refining, then I end up with a very spaghetti system. So I'd like to do something elegant. So this is me practicing being elegant. Let's see here. Factorio. Plastic setup. So we have some quite large options. Maybe we'll go with this option that's going to allow us to pull in... Did I see that plastic requires coal? It does. That's interesting. Still got a bit of an itch in the back of my throat. And yeah, it's been nagging at me all day. So I'm looking at a diagram right now that will let us get batteries as well as plastic. We just need to bring in enough oil to separate into natural gas. And I'm just trying to figure out really quick before we get started on it where the actual oil comes in from, because I'm looking at... There's natural gas, there's water. Do we just convert to natural gas? I know that our main bus is going to have a pipe or two alongside it as well. It's going to be meant for a couple of other things. Let's see here. Lubricant and sulfuric acid, though. So yeah, maybe we look for just one more example of a good plastic setup. Alright, so we have natural gas. Again, it's conversion to natural gas. Okay, so back to the actual game over here. Natural gas itself. Let's see. I thought we could look at the component to see how it's produced, or do we look at the chemical plants? You know what? We will start with what we know we're going to need to do anyway. We need to actually start mining the oil, pumping the oil out of the earth, and our closest oil right now is down here to the south. In fact, I don't think we have any other good options right now aside from that. We will need to take some defenses with us, so we'll grab some of that ammo that's being produced. We have plenty of turrets, we have plenty of walls. So we'll go ahead and wall off a section down there, make sure that it's well defended. And we know that we're going to need some pump jacks. It looks like we have 5. Yeah, just 5 sections for oil. So let's go ahead and make 5 pump jacks. Science still being produced. Running smoothly. How much ammo have we made in just this short time? Another 300. Take it all with us. We're carrying a bunch of iron plates as well, so we'll need those for the pipes. We're about halfway there. The oil's down here below the first wall. We made a gate over here, we'll take it. Action still happening on the west wall. 198, 194, yeah, they're still good. Where are our oil puddles? They should be down here. Well, they're pretty close to each other, too. Don't know if that's a good thing or not. I also don't know if we should combine our oil pipes and just pump into one line or not. Something I haven't really experienced or experimented with recently. Construction robotics, that would be awesome if we had those. Let's go ahead and start the research on them. Really looking forward to when we unlock that. Alright, so our pump jacks are finishing up here. Alright, there's one. So we're probably going to make them all face north and combine the pipes. That's something I will need to possibly research later, is the throughput of the pipes, just to make sure that we're being efficient. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We probably should have ran power down here as well. Let's go ahead and make some pipes for ourselves. We know that we're going to need some underground pipes. I may have made way too many. Let's go ahead and take some of these out. Alright, in the meantime, we'll go ahead and run the power. We know we're going to need poles that touch each of these, and they might as well connect. Wow, really? Okay, let's see. You touch, and then you come back. Just out of reach, really? Maybe we do this then. It's like a logic puzzle. Let's touch both of those. Nah, we're going to end up using 4 anyway. Of course we are. Guess that's fine. And then we'll bring this up. We'll run this over to the other side of the wall. Yeah. While we're waiting on those pipes to be built, let's go ahead and wall this area off. We need to protect our pumps. And while it's mostly symbolic, I think I'm going to go ahead and do a double wall. The turrets can fire over it, and if your turrets aren't good enough, they're going to get through one wall or 5 walls, but still, I just kind of like the look and feel of safety that comes with a double-sided wall. Leave some room for our turrets. Let's bring this side up as well. We have a cliff over here, that's right. So maybe we go ahead and leave some room for a gate for ourselves. Let's go ahead and plop our turrets down. Do we even want this many? I mean, it's kind of awesome, but also kind of unnecessary. This might be overkill. This is overkill. But I also don't want to have to come check on them very often. Maybe we space them out every 2 and give them some long reach arms to refill their ammo. Maybe. Let's see what that looks like. 2. 2. I'll do 1 right there. Just to get it in the corner. I still feel like this is way too many turrets, but I like the look of a wall of turrets a lot more than a wall of arms all passing. I feel like if they're inside here, that's even more of a problem, so. Also, the arms use a lot of energy, so this isn't the most efficient way to do this, but I just wanna. So we'll do a yellow arm from a chest. In that steel chest, we'll place all of this red ammo. Long reach arms. Have to make some more of those. We know that we have regular inserter arm here. Oh, we're already done with that. Modular armor then. I am familiar with them. We will take a moment to re-figure it out once the time comes, but I am okay without watching the tutorial right now. And we need even more. Okay, and then we need to power them. Which I feel like we might as well just blanket the whole edge. Really? I guess that covers them. As long as we didn't place any too low. Go ahead and do that. I don't know if spitters can reach over the walls very far. I guess I'll find out. Oh, that was in the way. Okay, so that's good. Then gates. We only have 3 gates on us. Just put 2 here, and the rest walls. And let's go ahead and do our pipes as well. So we know we're going to want to output at least to a single pipe coming up through here. Do we have squeak through on for that? We do. These pipes are going to need to connect in that fashion, all going up, connecting to each other. And heading north. So normally I wouldn't want to place the pipes without using underground, but in this case I have squeak through so we can run through them. I will use underground just for aesthetics and for fewer targets as we head back towards the base. So we only have 15. Let's get even more. We have to come up through here. We have to go underground. We'll go the maximum, well, normally the maximum distance. Up to there. Let's run around. Oh, we have this. Well, it's a good thing we walled this left side off them, because if we have any biters that run along here, they'll probably get shot. But if they make it through, then we have the wall. So we need both pipes and electrical, but we'll run one at a time. Did that complete here? It did. We actually have an indicator showing that we have an oil connection, even though we haven't pumped any oil yet. Let's make sure that we're headed in the right direction. If we go straight up, we're a little far off to the right, so let's bring it in some with an elbow. And then let's come off to this direction. Let's actually just come right up below the water line here. I think that'll be our plastics manufacturing area. And just like that, we've used up all the straight pieces that we created. Still not 100% sure how I want to do this with the natural gas. Maybe I actually should have converted the natural gas down there. Trial and error. Okay, let's go up from here. That's a much better view of what I was looking to make. Oh hey. We will also research modules. So we're still waiting on these pipes. Natural gas and water need to be pumped to the, what are they called, refineries? Chemical plants. Or refinery. Those are refineries. They get pumped to the refineries. The refineries can make sulfur and sulfuric acid. I just don't know how much natural gas is being made, and I guess that's coming out of a refinery that's just getting straight oil, right? I've done all this before, but none of it is fresh on my mind. And I remember all the components, but not the order that things happen. Okay. So let's say, just starting down here, how much room do we give ourselves up above? We give ourselves lots of room up here, but we'll save this for science production, if we can. So right here, let me play around with... Well, you know what, let's run some electricity. I know I'm going back and forth, but we need to kind of get our bearings. How far away can I make this? Right there. Looks like we're being attacked on the north again, that's fine. One there. Down. We only have one more. Make some more. What are we running out of? Steel. We may have enough to make it. Hey, there we go. Though that one might get attacked if they make it through the wall. Okay, so the arms are working, the pumps are pumping. It's starting to pass some of this ammo along. Let's get my dashboard back up over here. Okay. Now they're going back and forth between having ammo. But with these pump jacks, we may start producing some pollution here. Maybe. I don't know, it's wafting down from the main base. We don't have too many threats around here, but I don't know what's just beyond this black. There's lots of more oil down here, so if we start to run out, we can consider that. Good, good, okay. I'm assuming that's good enough for the oil. Let's run back up. Also, how's our electricity doing? Oh, we're still good. We need to do, we need to make that modular armor before too long, that way we can make module that'll let us run faster. Okay, here's our oil pipe. Now let's do some experimentation here. An oil refinery. What are we short on now? We need to grab some steel. Let's go over to our... Oh, we have a belt right here. Grab it right off. Awesome, we just picked up 350. Alright. So let's say we take the oil refinery. We'll just start with one. I know we're going to need some chemical plants as well. We'll go ahead and make a few of those. How's our production looking? Copper being pulled off here. Speed module. Copper's being used but not nearly as fast as steel. That's fine. Wall's still being produced. Almost full. Everything's looking great. I love it when the machine comes together. Oh man, these are some pretty big waves. Alright, I hate to keep changing the subject, but we gotta go bulk up the defenses on this side. Let's pick up some of this ammo. And let's also create some more repair kits. Let's run over there real quick. Give our turrets the same treatment. Do we have any dying over here? No, we don't have any raids on this side just yet. So what we need here... Go ahead and put in a new set of turrets. When we take the others out, we'll get the ammo back, and we won't have to worry about doubling up on that. Okay. We'll go in this direction. Ah! Am I placing blue? I am. I meant to place yellow. They don't have to be that fast. They have plenty of time to reload when there's no action. So down here, put out another steel chest and fill it with the ammo that we will want. Let's go ahead and take these up. Well, we made this mistake before. Actually make sure that we give ammo to our turrets before we take them down. Man, these are going by really quick. Productivity module. We're racking them up. Alright, come on, come on. Need our steel chest. While we're at it, let's just make 5 more. Okay, steel chest, red ammo, power. There. And then let's run a couple of these. Ha, you kidding me. There's the one we needed. We'll start passing the ammo up. Now we can take these down. And we'll take those back home and drop them into the chest on the north side. How's this looking? Nothing's mining out. We still have thousands. They're good. This is why I put it on rich, because I couldn't imagine running out here already. We haven't even developed the base enough to start branching out to other sub-bases just yet. I mean, it's on the eventual horizon, but it is most certainly not something that I feel like we're ready to do just yet. There we go. They're all yellow ammo, but there's enough of them. And now we can get back to what we were up to. It's alright, we're going at a pretty slow pace, but that's the intention. This is a chill, casual playthrough. Check out our ammo here. 130. Take that for our personal stash. Alright, now what I was going to do here was take an oil refinery. Now refresh my memory. What can you do? Efficiency module. Great. So you just refine the oil, right? Wait, go back. When I moused over it, it had an option. Okay, it makes the natural gas, and it also produces light and heavy oil. I remember that now. I don't remember if you have to use them. 1 second here. Optimized oil setup. Okay. I like how this looks. Can we actually get a blueprint? That way I can stop staring at this other window that you guys can't see. Oh my goodness, that is a ginormous one. We don't have the robots to build that. We'd have to, like, piece by piece make that. I don't think we're ready for that one yet. Or are we? I mean, we have the resources. We can make it. Ugh, it's ginormous. I'll copy it to clipboard. We'll see what it looks like here. Okay, let's say... Hey! Welcome! I'm about to plop down something ginormous that I don't know if I feel like building by hand, but we will see. Let's go ahead and import. How do we do that? Whew, okay. Tileable refinery. Oh my god, it's ginormous. Oh, we can rotate it. How do we want to do we want to put this here? This is way beyond the scope of anything else that we've done so far, but, you know, I'm kind of feeling it. We got interrupted. Okay, logistics robots. We'll research those. If we put this down, we'll want our refineries probably on the bottom so they could take the oil in from that side. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put the blueprint down. Now this just ghosts the ground with all of the different pieces that we're going to have to construct. What if we manually make our builder robots? That way they don't get this wrong. Because I guarantee if I go trying to place these pieces down one by one, I'm going to get something wrong. Let's just make a little temporary oil rig setup over here. Let's run it some power. We can grab power from up here by our ammo. Skip over the water here. And power the oil refinery. You know what? I just stuck that right next to an outlet. Okay. There we go. It is. It is the Minecraft. Only it's lacking one of the 3 dimensions. I kind of wish Minecraft actually had conveyor belts, though. Like, this is my favorite part of Factorio. Just logistics that let you pump conveyor belts full of raw materials and then truck them places. So here, we're going to output natural gas. We have oil coming in. We're going to output natural gas, light, is it crude? I think so. That was crude oil, and then it outputs light oil and heavy oil. We're going to put those into tankers, and we're going to use the natural gas to make ourselves some temporary plastics. Yeah, so let's go ahead and make some pipes to pull this off. There we go, we've got some. I think I'm going to pull this off to the left. And we've already used everything that we've made. Okay, let's get some more. Let's pull this up too so they don't try to combine with each other, because that could be nasty. Also, these little bits of water. Let's go ahead and grab some landfill and fill that in. We may want to use that. Or we may find ourselves painting ourselves into a corner and then not really having the room that we need. Though, that'll really only happen if we allow ourselves to get way too spaghetti with our pipes and with our conveyor belts. So here we have some landfill being produced, and we've got 242 squares. We'll run on the conveyor belt so we get a little bit of a boost. Get back down here and fill in our tiny lake, or at least this tiny chunk of it. Okay, let's see here. How much can we get? We know we want to get this a little bit. Also, I like how it fills it in with grass. The whole purpose of this game is just to industrialize this peaceful planet as it mutates the creatures and they come after you, angry about your pollution. I believe that you know, ultimately are probably playing the antagonist in this situation. But, you know, you're one person trying to get home, trying to make a rocket for yourself to get off of this planet, and you end up just making all the local wildlife furious. But, you know, you have to defend yourself, so you make walls of guns to keep the gross bug guys out. But, you know, that's also one man can get home. That's worth it, right? Where are our tanks? Let's see. Those are fluid wagons. Those are 4 trains. Here we go, storage tanks. Let's make a few of those. Oh, we are being attacked. Up here on the north side. There they come. I mean, we've made these turret walls, but they're only going to get... The bugs are only going to get stronger. Right? Not even capitalism. I don't even get to sell my ill-gotten gains. What is that? That's not even capitalism. That's just industrialization. It's selfish industrialization. So these 2 tanks here will start filling up with our excess. We can use the light and heavy oil for other things later. We need this natural gas. And we'll need water, I believe. Let me take a look here. For plastic... Actually, I think plastic is just natural gas. Could be wrong, but that's what that looks like. Water's used for sulfur and sulfuric acid in combination with natural gas. Okay. What do we need to start on robots? I know that we need the shells, the flying robot frames, and those require batteries and electrical engine units. Batteries are going to be... There's here too. They require the sulfuric acid. Yeesh. Okay. Let's pull this natural gas off here into another pipe. We ran out of pipes already? Oh, they're over here. Okay. Let's pull this pipe off and around. And let's say... I don't want to get too close to this thing I plopped down over here. Alright. Let's say off of this... We're going to come down to a chemical plant. I'm going to put that kind of close. The chemical plant here is going to be making Let's see. Now, if we want to do the sulfuric acid off of it, we actually have to bring it water and iron plates. If we want to make the plastic, we need to bring it coal. Okay, so in that case, then, we'll leave this pipe off. We'll bring it up here, and we'll make our plastics here, because we need to bring coal down. The closest place we have coal is right over here. We have some that it's being brought to our steel foundries, and I think that it's bringing enough that we could pull off of this same belt. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So let's go ahead and split this belt. Bring it down. I'm thinking that we are researching very quickly. We're going to need all these logistic slots for when we have our robots, because eventually we can have our robots build for us, and they'll see that blueprint that I plopped down on the ground, and they will build that for me without making any mistakes. This industrialization simulator also has an automation step to it, so even I will be put out of a job eventually, which is really the American dream. Okay. Let's see, this is... no, we don't want that. We want it to go underground just to make room for that. Electrical pylon. We're going underneath all of these with our split off coal. Ah, it would be right there. Let's come down. Just a couple spots here. There we go. We'll come under this. And we'll bring that coal down, trying to not go full spaghetti. But we don't want to put coal on the main bus, because eventually you don't really need coal for very much. Just special projects like this, but not to the extent that you need the iron or the copper. So let's see here. Let's now get our chemical plants, and they will pull coal off of this. I'm thinking that when it outputs the plastic is going to go into these two spots here next to the steel. We'll have it output the plastic over to the right and then feed back over onto this conveyor belt. But we'll just go ahead and put it alongside here. In fact, we'll have it point up. And I'll bring it all the way up to here. To at least 2 spaces away from each other. Is that one? Let's see. 1, 2, 2. So we'll use 4 of those. We will bring this pipe with the natural gas up from there. And as long as you have another pipe and you tear out old pipes, you won't lose any of the product inside of them. It actually backs up into the pipes now as of the new expansion. So that was something you used to have to worry about. I keep saying expansion. It's all free update. The game's technically still in early access, as it has been for the last 5 years. What is that? Oh, that's technically still water. We have to fill that in with landfill eventually. Alright, let's go above it. Let's bring this over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the pipe... I'm going to have one pipe go in and another pipe continue underground to each one of these. How do we want that to work? You know what? Actually, I'll bring it alongside. We spaced them out enough, but let's bring that pipe up here alongside. And then they'll just kind of elbow, missed one, elbow off here into each one of these. Let's make sure that they get power, which we can put right in these little crevices here. Get a little extension here, so now they're powered. We know that we want to make plastic in each one. So control left click, control right click. Shift, right click, left click. There we go. And we'll use some long arms, some long reach inserters to pull the coal off, placing it in. And then we'll also use some to get the plastic onto a conveyor belt. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they're actually reaching. They're long reach in both directions. Okay. That's fine. I think what I want here, they're all loading onto one side. I think I actually want... Let me actually move this over and have every other one... Oh, we have yet another research. Trash slots. So you can actually throw things away inside of your own armor. Let's tear this up. Let's say the bottom one feeds onto the left side of this conveyor belt. The third one does, but then the second and fourth ones come over to the other side. That way we're feeding both sides of this conveyor belt. And then let's bring that over. And we want to feed onto this right-hand side. We can start it right here. About right there. Which means most of this up through here will be useless, but we'll clean that out later. Similar to this top part on the left over here, where we're not using it for our green circuits. Those are being fed in down here to the left. So let's actually move this electrical pylon up or down. There we go. Let's come under this, and then you feed in not just here, but with a splitter. There we go. So it's feeding both sides. It's going to saturate that belt. I like it. Now we've got plastic production. What's the slowdown on these? They're not getting natural gas fast enough. We can improve it. Like, ideally, if this were our permanent setup, we'd want to have yet another one of these. How quickly are these filling up? They're already at like 5-10%. We may need more tanks. Again, this is meant to be a temporary setup, so we'll leave this as is for now. So now we have plastics. That's great. Let's go back to our flying robot frame. We needed the batteries, and the batteries needed the sulfuric acid. There's some other parts that need the plastic, like the advanced circuits. So we have the plastic now. That was an important part. So, sulfuric acid, which is also constructed, I don't know the right word, it's also derived from a chemical plant, similar to how the plastics are being made, and that requires sulfur and water, and iron plates. Sulfur requires water, and I keep saying natural gas, but it's petroleum gas. Okay. Water and petroleum gas. We can get water right off of one of these squares. I almost want to clear this out. Let's take that back out. We can plop it back down later. And I did not mean to give these a deconstruction planner. How do you turn that back off? Right click, Control, Shift, Shift. If I had robots, they would fly out and just deconstruct all of these. I don't want that. Okay. So we can do a water pump off of this little tiny... well, actually anywhere here off of the water. Let's say... sulfuric acid. Okay, we already have the petroleum gas coming off right here, and it's not generating enough either, is it? So, how much is being used from our crude oil? 100 each time. We're definitely going to have to go get more oil as well, but let's make another oil refinery. In fact, we may need 2 eventually, but no, let's not overdo it. This is meant to be a temporary setup for our oil. Let's get this other refinery built here. Put it right alongside for some symmetry. In fact, well, since this kind of is going to bottleneck a little bit, I'll bring it down some. We'll be tearing it up eventually. Connect some power. Let's also connect in some pipes here. What I'll do is I'll come off of this underground pipe with a T-shaped pipe here, and I'll just go ahead and connect it directly without worrying about the underground stuff. It looks nicer, but unnecessary for now. More logistic slots. Excuse me. Okay, we also have some underground pipes here that we'll use for our light and heavy oils. Once those are processed, we want them to go to the right place. So those will just go into those same tanks, which means they'll just fill up even faster. Let's connect the pipes for our natural gas. And what that's going to do is just make sure they both share the equal responsibility. This is going to be firing on all cylinders. This is completely saturated. We can see 99.x oil at all times here. Alright, so anyway, what I was going to say was we want to go ahead and take some more chemical plants for sulfur. Sulfur goes onto a conveyor belt, or it just gets passed directly, which we can go ahead and have this pass directly from one chemical plant to another. Let's build some more chemical plants while we're waiting. But this is going to need to be pumped water and the petroleum gas. So let's point it to the right. Let's get a pump. Where are they at? We've made plenty before because we've had to pump the water for our steam engines for electricity. There it is. Offshore pump. One more chemical plant. There we go. There's our offshore pump. We'll place it right here. Some pipes off of that. And we'll have at least one. We'll have at least one go into here. Now, if we tell this that we want it to make the sulfur, it'll tell us. I think you can go in from either one of these. So you can't mix fluids. Okay, so maybe not. Maybe the water has to go into the bottom. Yeah, water into the bottom, petroleum gas in the top. Okay, so we'll take some underground pipes for the gas. There we go, gas is going in. And we'll take some above ground pipes here for the water. Now this can make sulfur once we give it electricity, which we'll go ahead and attach now. Keep trying to choke back hiccups. Okay, so this is going to make sulfur. Sulfur is a solid product. Sulfur is needed for batteries. I don't think we need sulfur for anything else, so we don't need to belt it. We need it to make sulfuric acid, which also requires water. So what we'll do is we'll take one of those other chemical plants, we'll actually place it up here. I wonder if it can pipe through. What if we tell it sulfuric acid? It doesn't get the water through this. Okay, let's instead put it right up here, up one, tell it we want it to make sulfuric acid. Okay, it can take water from either one. So then we can pipe the water from the same pipe over. It needs the sulfur, which will pass with a fast inserter here. Let's make sure that we get them both power as well. It's passing the sulfur over. And we need iron plates. Okay, so for the iron plates, we will pull those off of our belt. And we'll get through all of this crazy pipe spaghetti. That's the one thing that we were overlooking. Okay, we'll bring the iron plates in then this way. So let's say we'll bring it up alongside. Maybe. Yeah, we'll bring the iron plates in this way. From over here. Let's come over to our belt. Actually, the belt doesn't even continue down this far yet. We know that we will eventually come straight down with the belt. With the bus. Clear out some of these trees. Let's just go ahead and actually bring the belt directly over. Can you believe that I was one too low? Just making a mess here. There we go. We'll just go ahead and bring that belt over, and then once we bring the bus down, we'll clean this up and make it go underneath. But, iron plates. So iron plates are going to be fed in from this side, and then a long inserter is going to offload batteries. Let's actually bring this up to power both of those inserters. And we'll just watch for a moment while that loads some iron plates in. Here they come. How long does it take to make a battery? Is that everything it needs? Oh, that's right, it's making sulfuric acid, not batteries. I'm so absent-minded today. Sulfuric acid then is going to be pumped into the one making batteries, which is, we could just have that on the other side over here. No, we're good. Batteries require the iron plates and copper plates. Well, we can use this same belt for that. That's actually ideal. This is great. Okay. So we will instead have one here. Move this inserter up to the middle, because we can quick offload the sulfuric acid with a couple of underground pipes going out and directly into this one. And we want you to be battery, fast inserter, and then we just need to get copper on the other side of this, which we will do by bringing the far right copper line down similarly. Bring it over. Stack inserters. Excellent. We're getting so much more technology than we're even using. Okay. We'll come off of this in that way. So this loads on from both sides. There are more elegant, more compact ways to do that. In fact, we don't even need this little piece here. And once we bring the bus down, we'll clean it up a little bit. But all we need to do now is take all of the iron off this side, let the copper come up, and it will be right as rain. Let's get the power over to this side. Then this will make the batteries. Now, for batteries, I think temporarily we'll go ahead and offload those into a chest. So I'm just going to plop down a steel chest here. We're going to watch this go for a moment. It takes long enough to make a battery that it still loads the iron and the copper. And I don't think that they're fighting over resources here now. Because it only takes 20 sulfuric acid, and this makes 160 every time it loads. So this can actually provide enough for 8 of these, which ideally will be probably something more efficient that we'll make eventually. Do we want to like fill this up with batteries? Probably not. Let's just fill it up with what we need manually for now. So five stacks. Okay. So also for our flying robot frames, we need electric engine units, the red engines. We can't craft those ourselves. For those, we need lubricant and yellow engines. Yellow engines are not too difficult to make. Those require steel and iron gear wheels and pipes, so iron gear wheel and pipes only require iron plates. It's almost a tongue twister. Those we can manufacture right off of our bus. The lubricant, though. Lubricant is refined from the heavy oil, and it's made in a chemical plant. So we're pulling our heavy oil off over here. Let's go ahead and take that and instead turn that into lubricant. Let's just pull directly off the heavy oil pipe here. Let's get you power and tell you to make lubricant. Alright, so we've got lubricant. And the electric engines also require iron and copper. And the yellow engine units, which is iron and steel. Okay, so we need to pull steel over. Let's go ahead and bring our bus down at least for iron and copper. And steel. That was just 4. Kind of wish I installed the mod that lets you brush, like choose a larger brush size for... Oh, we actually have some damage being done to our northern wall. No, that's our far eastern wall. Okay, let's... Time out. We have to go check on that. This may actually be messy. We may get overrun as we approach it because, yeah, we're supposed to be refilling the ammo over there and we kind of forgot. It's not the first time that's happened, though. Let's just hope we don't run into a giant army of bugs as we make our way through the forest over here. They're tearing through the walls, what's happening. They'll probably already break through by the time we get there. Alright, here we go. Yeah, the guns are out of ammo. We're good, we can shoot them. Let's just make sure that these guys get the ammo that they need. We don't have a lot, but this is really high tier ammo. Not really, it's the second tier ammo, but it's better than what they had. Let's get 16 there. 16 there for now. Let's reinforce that. Let's do what we did for the other wall. So just take a minute, then we'll get right back to our oil processing. Our lone gun, who's really a canary, so we'll get alerted if they make it that far. Well, we were pretty far out. We have long reach. Normally I don't cheese it, and I actually run the appropriate distance in order to get into a chest, but let's see if we get long reach to the chest over here. There we go. Let's grab this ammo. Are we still producing turrets? I don't think that we're making the turrets anymore, which is fine. Okay. Where are we? Are they over here? Ah, here they are. Yes, now we'll take some turrets. Do we need that many? No, we don't need 50 turrets. Okay. Make our way back up. I always try to come up here to this little archipelago. No, that would be a series of islands. Peninsula. I always try to come up here to this peninsula. Trick myself when it's actually the one over here on the far right. Okay, so what we're gonna do here then is similar. Oh, now we'd have to run power. It's kind of worth it to not have to check up on them though. Let's do it. Say take you out. Put one in the middle here. Then down one and across. These guns can reach that far. Inserter capacity, nice. I guess we'll make 3 rows. I want them to be offset just a little bit so that it doesn't look too clustered. Then you pass up here, and then you go across. Then you pass up, you go up here, and you go across. Power covers almost enough. You know what? We'll do that and move you up. Because I'm that petty. And then you load down from a chest that will be right here. There's the ammo for everybody. And now we'll take our power poles back with us when we leave. We will, however, need to build some more. I've gotten kind of lucky with walking through the forest with those. Hey, there we go. Just want to make sure that that's working. Oh, we don't have a radar over there, though. Part of me wants to say, okay, you know that's working, but... Okay, we can see it from here. The top's all loaded. 10. They only get loaded with like 10 each. That's fine. Okay. They're good. Kind of. We will need to restock their ammo eventually. Let's try to remember to do that. It never ends! Oh, now they're attacking further to the south. Is that because they came from this group, or is that because they're smart and they know where my turrets are? I don't think that's the case. Could be wrong though. Their AI has been improved. Excuse me. It's gassy today. I don't want to burp in you guys' airspace. Oh no, yeah, we got a much larger group coming in here. They're getting mowed down though. That's still got 382 in it. We're good. Okay, we were pulling the lubricant off. We were bringing down the bus. That's what we were doing. We wanted the steel, which I guess we might as well bring down the plastic as well, but... all of this in so we get our full bus on this this side. And then when we pull off the steel to make the engines, we'll also need to pull off some iron. So we're already pulling off iron here. Is it enough? Since this is temporary, I'm going to say yes. So we'll split off of this as well. I kind of want to spread this out. So we'll bring it down here. Split off of this. Bring it down and over. Then we need our assembly machines, which I'm going to go ahead and say 2. They need the iron. Well, okay, so we need more than that. We need to make the iron gear wheels and pipes. And how many of each? That's also something I always forget to look at. 2 pipes. Do we want to make these the appropriate ratio? Probably. Okay, so we have all 3 of these. Offloading. Let's make sure they're powered. We know they're probably fine. Okay. Gear wheels and pipes. Let's also say, I kind of want to try that buffer tactic. My nose itches now too. Hope I'm not getting sick. Buffer tactic, where we put a buffer here to offload then we'll need to load in to one place. There's probably a better way to do this then. Let's say you could right click on something on the ground and pick it up. Let's say we bring these out to 1, 2. And then we have a chest in the middle here that all of these load into as a buffer. It'll be a little weird because it'll be different materials in one place. This needs to bring materials to each one. There we go. I'm assuming that we'll get a buffer of enough of something. Okay. And then we'll offload that. Into here, hopefully fast enough. And then we also need to bring it to steel. So for the steel, we'll bring that down. We'll consider making a more efficient version of this in the future as well. I'm considering everything to make the robots right now temporary. And then we'll get some nice blueprints we can lay down for some efficient stuff later. These need to go underground. Yeah, we need to make room for the bus. The bus gets priority. The bus does not go underground. The bus is loud and proud, and it marches its way across the countryside. Okay. But, off of the bus, we will pull steel. We'll pull that off of this side. And, let's see, this way. Splitter. Off, up. I'm gonna come up one just so it's not awkward looking. And under. And then under again. Very nice. Up our physical damage, then maybe we'll use less bullets at our outposts. There's the steel. Fast inserter, please. Let's, for a moment, just set this up to offload those into a chest. Looking good. So these are being made slowly enough that it will go ahead and load itself up appropriately. Here's the thing, though. I don't like... I don't like this sharing space, because eventually it'll use all the gear wheels and it'll fill it with pipes. That is definitely a... not an oversight. I intentionally did this, but... just trying to think of the best way to solve this. Let's change you to pipes. And you to gear wheels. There we are. And instead of you loading into the box, let's say you load into a different box. There we go. Let's take the gear wheels out of here. Place them in here. Keep those separate. Also, we can come pull pipes off anytime we want to. Let's just go ahead and grab a bunch of those. So we're making these pretty slowly, but we're making them, and that's the point. Yikes. So let's run back up here really quick. We'll let those engines go for a bit. Grinding our way to get some helper robots. Let's slow down here. Copper? I mean, they're all getting the copper. Could be fed onto the pipe faster. Probably. These are all slowed down by what? Why are they yellow? I guess yellow is that they're working. Only one side of this is actually taking a load. The other side is saturated. Isn't there a type of balancer for that? I mean, I guess this. Right? Or is that still doing the same thing? No, that seems to be taking them. Okay, that works for what we needed it for. I think that should up production. Or at least allow the other half of production to fill the appropriate side. Okay. Keep getting distracted. We picked up some ammo. We already have power running over here. Let's go extend our western wall, or our western defenses. We're already bringing ammo down through here. Let's extend that down from this gun. Let's say they pull from this same chest, so let's go here, here, here. We're getting attacked so frequently here, I think I will just stick with a space of 1 between each one of these. There we go. And actually, no, we don't want yellow. Oh, that's gonna be a pain. Maybe the yellow will just make its way all the way down here. Yeah, it did. Okay. Nice. And we'll put the other 133 in here. And on our way back, since we're already kind of on the north side, we'll restock the north wall. Check the electricity one more time. We need more power, too. Oh, we have plenty of ammo up here. Just drop off that yellow and we're good. Alright, let's do one more row of these. Three steam engines. One boiler. We have our pipes. Let's just bring the pipes straight down now. Straight up. Burner inserter. A little bit of electricity here. And a hunt for our steam engines. Where'd they go? I know we just made 3, didn't we? There they are. Power. Now how do we look? A little bit better. So much pollution. So much anger. Does our coal look? It's flowing. Copper's also flowing. I feel like we should balance both sides. I don't know if this actually works the way that I think that it does, but just in case. Cheers. Okay. I mean, as long as the belt's saturated on this side, I'm good with it. And it appears to be. Back to the chemicals. We'll see if we can start making some red engines before we go tonight. So we made 36 of those. And again, for red, we need those yellows. We need iron and copper plates and the lubricant, which we have the lubricant and we have the iron and copper plates right here. We can pull off of this. We can bring the pipe down for the lubricant. Do we go under already? Those go pretty far. Piping lubricant over. Okay. So it actually has an insertion point for fluid. Let's say we offload this, even though it's a little silly. Offload onto that. You can use the fast inserters. We're grown-ups here. Alright. Let's split off of this iron and copper line. Right there. Bring it down. Nice. Shooting speed up. You know what, though? That might just be our shooting speed. It might not be the turrets. I don't remember if that changed at all in the expansion. In the recent update. Okay, so they're still all coming up this way. That's fine. These guys share ammo now. Fast inserter. Oh no! I was looking at the wrong field. I was looking at the very bottom. It actually needs electronic circuits. Never mind. No. We're good though. We have a bus for that. And we can still come from up here. Except we'll be bringing some green electronic circuits in. It's not doing what I wanted it to do. There we go. That way. Bring those down. Paint those in. And split that off. Or in this case, just bring the belt down like we did for these others. And we'll clean that up later when we bring the bus down more. You know, I kind of feel like doing it now so I don't forget. That needs to look like that, and then these would need to come under. No. Yeah. So you would also be a split off like that. Kind of. Like that. There you go. What's the production look like on these? I mean, very constant. But not even one completely saturated belt. So I may need to replicate this later. It's fine though. I don't know if we'll use them this fast. Bring this belt down now. Drop a bunch of these if I can. Didn't have enough time. Okay, so now we're making red engines. Let's pull those off into a chest over here. The reason I'm doing that is because just in case I wanted to make a second one, we have enough room to expand that down. Okay, we picked up one. So now, for flying robot frames, electronic circuits, red engine units, and the batteries along with steel plates. Whew. Because we're already bringing steel in here. Could carry this over and have them share. We'll need another assembly plant. Fast inserter. Electrical power. Green. Batteries. Now batteries that we're producing over here, we're not making them super fast, but again, this was meant to be temporary. We may eventually want to belt our batteries. Just checking something here. Yeah, we may want another wing, or another set of 4 on our bus for batteries later, but we'll make a much more efficient production line of those. For now, though, we'll just bring these batteries down. To here. This will pull batteries off. And then we need steel. Steel could make this kind of efficient by doing this. Hear me out here. Down, then over. Loading one side of this. Then we pull off this side. And then we bring the steel over. So now we're making robot frames. Mwahaha. There we go. Excellent. Robot frames then could be used to make our actual official robots once we do make them. Do we not have them just yet? We've been researching all of the logistics necessary. Let me take a look here. Logistics. We go up. That's weapons. Follower robots. Combat robotics. Worker robots. Speed. Where are the actual worker robots? Did we already get them? This is my question. Just a sec. Let's go backwards from here. Logistics robots. So they transport items. Construction robotics. Yeah, we have them. Yeah, I was just looking in the wrong spot, I'm sure. They'd be listed somewhere here. Are they made in one of these? Or am I just totally missing them? Hold on a second. Construction robots. Requires electronic circuits and flying robot frames. That would be fine. We can pull that off of here. But where... just blind? Okay, here they are. Construction robots, okay. Let's go ahead and start making some of these. we're going to want to offload those into a chest, and I know that I'm going to want to cap that chest for now. We'll do that, and extend this over. So they need the green electronic circuits. So for that, then I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. We can, funny enough, split this off right here. Then bring this over, around, under, and down. Wow. They're being made very quickly. So we now need a personal roboport. Modular armor. We can make this ourselves. Might take a little while. Oh, we're good. This takes a while to make the actual frame. Okay. So we'll just have these on our person, because once we get a personal roboport, then we can start plopping down our blueprints, and that'll be awesome. So we'll just let that go for just a little bit, and all this spaghetti over here, again, will be temporary, but once we plop down our efficient oil process, then we'll be good. Okay, so we did already have a start to a 5th column for our bus. Let's go ahead and bring it down. In fact, we may reclaim some of the top parts once we have our construction bots. We'll use a deconstruction planer to clean it up a little bit. But part of this is going to be batteries. The other part is going to be the blue and red chips. Cliff explosives. Okay. I didn't know that that was its own item. Let's take explosives, empty barrels, and grenades. Okay. But I know that once you have them, you can actually have the robots go blow up cliffs for you. If the cliffs are in your way, I kind of like them as a natural defense. I mean, they're doing me lots of wonders over here. Uh-oh. Looks like some did get through our wall here. I don't want to have to bring it all the way down yet. They are really making runs on this wall. Let's run over there while our modular armor is being created. Oh, you know what? Though, on our way, we should take some of these. Okay, so they attacked here. There we go. We're going to need to fill in some of this space up here too. Make sure they're powered. Let's get some more long distance poles as well. Oh man. Could see them running in on the map. I mean, they don't really stand a chance, but still. Now let's run them up through here. Way too many. Way more than I need. You know what though? Let's just go ahead and connect them. The song may be a little bit too repetitive. Yeah, let's skip this, whatever this is. Perfect. This can reach all the way up here, and that can reach down. So we're kind of good for now, unless they just keep working their way down the wall because of where they're getting shot. I wonder if they learn to avoid the corpses, and maybe that's why they make their way down. I don't know. If that were the case, this big pile wouldn't be here. And the same for up here. Since we did end up putting them all here, let's go ahead and place the rest of the ammo in that chest. Alright, and I think we're pretty close to wrapping up for the night. Let's go ahead and just clean up and extend our bus a little here. Oh no, I didn't even think about this over here. Okay, let's see. This then needs to be a little bit further over. That, at least. This will be another split off from over here. This will be a split in the first place. These will be underground. Oh nice, I forgot about that update. Solar panels. So now it'll actually just create the underground and remove the excess belts. That's awesome. So these are clean. This is clean. This is not. These need to be brought over. This can go underground again, and maybe we can get ourselves some space here. So here's what I'm thinking. We don't combine these right here. Instead, we bring this over, and they get combined over here. So then what happens is, instead of getting split here, the steel gets split here. Copper still comes in. Copper goes down onto this line. Steel comes in here. Steel goes onto this line. Iron, I mean. Iron comes down here. Goes under. Onto this belt. So now this can go under. And across. This can go under. Oops. Oh, this is messy. There we go. And then one more. up here for the copper. I keep drawing one more than is necessary. There we go. Now these can be brought down. And this will be batteries, red and blue. Oh, we finally ran out of conveyor belts. Red and blue circuits. I don't even remember exactly where we were making the conveyor belts at. Also, where are you guys? Oh, they never had power. I don't need a long one for that. We'll just put one here and here. There we go. Yeah, you're good for a bit. Similarly to what I did with copper, let's do a belt balance here. If that actually does anything. Will that make this move? That's what I want to see move. Doesn't need to be the other way. This one take priority. Wasn't looking. Did it move? Keep watching. Yes, it's moving. Okay, good. So now hopefully it just pulls equally from both sides. Great. Where are our belts being manufactured again? Up here in this chest, right? I think I just pulled them all. Once we have our logistics robots, then we can just have a very small, like, 1 or 2 stacks in our inventory at all times. But I just wanted to finish this little bit before we wrap up for the night. Alright. So we made some temporary advancement, but we are now getting our construction robots built. We have like 30 of them. I don't know if we need to carry that many more on our person. We have our modular armor. Where'd that go? It's right here. We'll have to put our other one in the scrap heap later. But now with our modular armor, we can craft the pieces that we need in order to have a personal roboport. So there's roboport. Where is personal roboport? But that will be something for next time. Because a personal roboport will allow us to finally have our worker bees that will plop down things for us. So on that note, it's been a productive one. Have a great Wednesday night, and I will be back on Monday with some more City Skylines, and Factorio will stay on Wednesdays for now. Just trying to think if I want to add anything else. I will let you know. I'll tweet it if a decision is made on a night where I'm not streaming. But until next time, have a great one.